Fantastic. You have just given so many, golden nuggets. I hope everyone's really listening. I just want to emphasize, even when you first got started in network marketing and you're this rookie, you're immersing yourself in personal development, which, by the way, your Ivy League education, just like none of ours, had ever given us much. Right. And then, you're trying to make it, and you're investing more of your money into your education again, into mentorship programs and all of that. So, I guess what I'm getting and hearing is from your journey, you're really, you're very determined, and you kept investing in yourself, and you kept learning and being a good student and looking for more information. And because you're very positive and optimistic and, determined, you're looking for proof that it is possible. Like you're saying, sometimes we have this negative stuff and we want to believe it for a bit and be a victim, but really most of the time you're here with your firm beliefs. So, I mean, that whole story, what you just shared, so super exciting, and to think now, what to me is really inspiring is, had you not believed in yourself, there wouldn't be thousands of people that are now actually building their own belief by looking up to you. And that is a super exciting thing. So I just want to impress upon everyone that's watching, just think about all those people you can impact, just like Ferny has in his journey. So anyway, let's keep going. There's so much we want to ask you. What about now? I mean, you're so successful. Obviously, money is no longer an issue for you. Of course, you keep working because you enjoy and you really believe in what you're doing. But what's your real motivation? What are some of your passions and motivation behind creating super successful businesses? And then we want to go a little bit into explaining what you actually do so that people can find your business as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, my passions now revolve around helping other people get to the place that I'm at. I mean, I mostly focus on training now, and I help other people, especially in the network marketing space, learn this one aspect of network marketing. And I will first state, before I go into what I do, that what I do now as an internet marketer and internet marketing in general is only a small part of the network marketing equation. Like generating leads and having prospects to talk to and being able to convert those prospects to a business, that's really what internet marketing is really awesome for. However, there's still a lot more to building a network marketing business that's essential. I mean, you most of the time in most companies, the top recruiter is not the top earner. And the reason why is because you have to build a team and organization in depth. And you have to put, people under people and create that organization, that team, that stability under you. And that's what creates the wealth, and that creates the income. You can't, be $1 million earner by building by just recruiting 1,000 people. Recruiting 1,000 people is nice, and my mentor Tim Irway has done that in a month. He's recruited 1,000 people, but what he found out when he did that was that he made quite a bit of money very quickly, but it quickly disappeared because there was no stability and there was no depth, and also there was no training system to support it. There was there was no culture, there was no leadership. And so for anyone that thinks that internet marketing is going to be the holy grail for their business, they're mistaken. It's only a small part of it. You still need to build the culture, and you need to have the capacity to support those people, train those people. And the best people in the world on how to do that are not internet marketers, it's network marketers. So successful network marketers, you still need to learn what they teach from a culture and leadership standpoint, and how to train other people. Even if you say don't listen to them on the cold market prospecting and recruiting friends and family, whatever, that's not what you want to do. And there's a lot of successful people that have done that very effectively. But if that's not what you want to do, okay, that's okay. And internet marketing can provide you a solution just for that. But you can't forget the rest of it. If you're going to think you're going to sit behind your computer and build a a seven-figure network marketing business from behind your computer without ever talking to anybody, you're very mistaken. So I think both worlds can work synergistically together. And so what I do now is I teach network marketers that small part. They don't want to they've already tapped out their warm market. They've been through the cold market recruiting and they just don't like it. They want to have a normal life of some kind. When in the cold market, they don't want to prospect their bartender or their professors or whoever, but they still want to succeed in network marketing. And I give them an alternative on how to be able to generate leads and generate endless leads for their businesses. And so however, at the same time, I let them know, by the way, if you want to do network marketing seriously, don't detach from your upline, don't detach from your training organization if it's a good one. And if they don't have support within their team, then I refer them to awesome people like you guys, or one of my mentors, Tim Sales. I recommend his training to anybody. And the reason why is because it's very it's very step-by-step oriented. And it talks about all the things that simply running an ad on the internet and generating a lead can't cover. So that's first and foremost, that's what I help a lot of network marketers with. Understanding the nature of their business, understand that it's becoming a professional with internet marketing, takes time and dedication in and of itself, but you also still have to become a professional and develop the skills related to network marketing. And I give them a strategy on how to accomplish that. And I actually prefer to work with people who are already established in network marketing, who already have an organization, a team, a six-figure income or pretty close to that. Those are ideal people for me to work with, because I can show them how to strategically use internet lead generation strategies to supplement their business, and actually say, for example, being able to generate leads for your organization and be able to distribute those leads to the leaders in your team who are producing, and say, hey, by the way, you're doing an awesome job with what you're already doing. If I can get you more leads, is that okay with you? And of course they'll say, yeah, because you got to be able to distribute those leads in depth. So I like working with leaders who already have established organizations. But I also work with a lot of new people who just, don't want to do traditional prospecting. And so I help them with that as well. And I help them create a plan for ultimately reaching their goals in network marketing.
Mm.
And I enjoy doing that. That's, you asked about my dreams, my vision. My dreams are to help as many other people as possible become successful. And in terms of what charities I want to give to, I want to empower other people to be able to give to whatever charities they want. Wounded Warrior, Habitat for Humanity, whatever they want to do. I love it not when I give to charity, is when I've helped somebody create an income that allows them to give to whatever they want. That's more gratifying for me.
We couldn't agree more with everything you just said, Ferny, because money is not everything in life. Although at the beginning, obviously, that's the main thing that we all need to get. We always say to people, I'm coming from a flying background. I always say to people, when you get on the plane, when they explain to you the evacuation drills and the whole emergency briefing, the first thing they say is, when the oxygen mask drops down, the first thing you need to do is you need to put the oxygen mask yourself so you can help others. Because if you do it the other way around, there is just a limited time that you will be able to help. So, and I think basically what you just said basically sums up everything that we are here for, to give value to people, to help others. Because, once you have created success for yourself, you need to pass it on to somebody else. Team sales, well, let me share with everyone quickly about team sales. The first night that we got introduced to network marketing, our upline and sponsor at that time gave us a DVD. And that DVD was Brilliant Compensation. We put that on. In our bedroom, we had a small DVD player, and it's very tiny, like a very, very small TV, old TV. And we watched that video. We had no idea about network marketing at all. And talking about vaccinating people against, future challenges and people saying no to in education. We watched that Brilliant Compensation video. We finished, and I was till this day, we remember we finished that video about 1:30 in the morning, around 1:30. And at the end of that video, he says, if you like what you saw and you're excited, call the person that gave you this DVD. So Mike and I were wondering, should we call our upline at 1:30 in the morning? But, it was team sales. Team sales was the one explaining about, all these things that you just said about, that you need to educate people, you need to vaccinate them. And, once they understand, they will be more likely to endure long enough. So the other thing I wanted to mention quickly, what you were saying about yourself and what you do, fernyceballos.com. the first thing that you will see on that blog is an article that about Ferny and his MIT experience, and basically the dream that he was talking about that he was sold, and how, well, some people may agree or not with that, and how life is not always what you expect, but you grow along the way, and you can change your life regardless of your background, regardless of anything. So that's the first thing, fernyceballos.com. The other thing is that we wanted to ask you, Ferny, is No Excuses Summit. What is it? When is the next one? How do people get access to that? How they can attend if they're in the US or,
anywhere in the world? Yeah.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, you can. I mean, the No Excuse Summit is, I guess, our industry's biggest generic training event for internet and network marketers and home business owners. So what's taught at the No Excuse Summit is all internet marketing. However, I'd say about 60 to 70% of the people attending are actually network marketers who are coming to become internet marketing professionals, because they want to be able to use that skill to build their businesses, network marketing businesses, provide an endless lead flow and prospect flow for not just for themselves, but more importantly, like I said, for their organization. If your organization team had all the leads they can handle and ever need, then at that point, all you're doing is just closing them, converting, training them, and growing your business, and you don't have to worry where that next person is going to come from. So that's what we do at No Excuses. We first provide you materials that give you the basic understanding, so that by the time you show up to No Excuses, we all can speak the language. You're educated about how internet marketing works. We even give you an opportunity to come to a workshop before the event and get some hands-on, one-on-one help doing the very basics and getting started. And once you do the basics, you realize just how just not scary it is anymore. Yeah, it's actually pretty simple, especially when there's somebody that knows what they're doing is helping you one-on-one. And then we get into the main event, and that's where we get into some really awesome advanced training. You learn from 6, 7, and 8-figure producers in the home business industry, network marketing, internet marketing, business in general. And they tell you, they review exactly what it is they're doing right now that's making them the most money in their businesses. So that's what the No Excuses Summit is. And again, we have a strong contingent that are network marketers. And I like to call them the next generation of network marketers, because really technology is going to consume our lives if it hasn't already. Obviously, you can see the computers around me. I'm literally surrounded by computer screens. But technology is going to consume our lives. I have a smartwatch here. Someday people are going to figure out how to use this to grow their network marketing business. There's already methods for using your cell phone, using the internet. And so it's all going to be part of network marketing, whether we like it or not. And so what we're really doing at No Excuses is creating that next generation. So the next event is happening on June 18th to the 21st in Las Vegas at the JW Marriott. And to learn more about it, you could go to noexcusessummit.com, noexcusessummit.com, and you can scroll down and you can click on Get Tickets link. And learn more about what's going to be happening at the event. Get your tickets. As of this recording, we're a little less than 2 months away from the event. We already have over 300 people registered. We're expecting many more to get registered. But really, I mean, No Excuses has changed lives. That's the majority of my success stories as a mentor come out of No Excuses. That's where the relationship really begins. I haven't had a single. I've mentored people that have become 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, 8-figure earners. There's one guy that went to No Excuses many years ago. He's on his way to doing 100 million this year in his business. What all of them have in common is they all came to the No Excuses Summit. And whether it was from me directly or they met somebody at that event that impacted them, that's very gratifying for me. So I'm not a person that needs to be the biggest earner with the people around me. I actually would prefer that the people that get started under me, far exceed my success. And there's many people that have. So that's what happens at the No Excuses Summit. It's a very safe and selfless environment for people to learn. No speakers are allowed to pitch their products. So they're there to deliver full content, full value, and they do it for free, and don't ask anything in return. I mean, so noexcusesummit.com, people can get their tickets there.
We'll make sure that we put the link underneath, as long as also along with
your links as well.
With your link for your blog, obviously. So to make sure that people can go. So if you're watching this video, at the bottom of this this blog post, you will see that you're gonna have all these links, so you can click on it, and and at the end of the day, make the choices that are right for you. At the end of the day, we're just here to provide as much value as we can, so you can make the best out of all the information that you're provided. And we have more questions. Just a couple more.
I think this is a question that Miguel usually gets to ask, but since maybe it's my turn, I'm really excited to ask this. So we ask all the legends that we interview this particular question, and the question is the following: if Miguel and I could grant you a wish for this Friday night, for you and your family to invite 3 people to have dinner with you, and you could choose absolutely anyone, whether it's dead or alive, whether it's a mentor, someone you admired. We really want to know, who would Ferny Ceballos choose? Who are those 3 people, and why? We want to have some insight into who you are. So who do you think you would choose?
Wow, that's an interesting question. Yeah, that is. You had warned me about this, that it would put me on the spot, because because I want to get greedy and invite more than 3 people.
We may grant you another table if you want.
Yeah, let me. So I'll say this. I'll choose a strange answer, because some of my heroes are not necessarily in business, but I would definitely invite Warren Buffett.
Wow.
Because it's just I really resonate with his philosophy and just life in general, not even business. So I would invite Warren Buffett, and so that's one. Who else would I invite? I want to say Bill Gates, but he's also in business. But I guess Bill Gates as well. I'd invite Bill Gates. And the final person I would invite, it would have to be Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
I would invite Hulk Hogan.
I love it.
Just because he's a childhood hero of mine. Just I used to watch wrestling when I was a little kid. I used to watch it with my dad, and so I just want to throw a wild card into the mix there and have these 2 incredibly successful billionaire entrepreneurs, and then throw this wild card in there and see what happens, and maybe give them some alcohol, and maybe they get really rowdy.
I guess at the end of the day, it's, there's a child in all of us, and I think we got to keep that child alive. That's where the fun and the joy comes through, and I think that's great, great person.
Sorry to interrupt, Masha. What I was thinking also, Ferny? He is also a very good marketer himself, because out of all the wrestlers that he was working with or wrestling against or with, he's the one that every single one person in the world would remember as the icon for the wrestling community. At the end of the day, you can ask anybody in the world, whether it's China, and they all know who he is. So I think at the end of the day, you're also choosing somebody that knows very well about marketing and how to market himself.
Yeah, create a brand. I mean, he's created a brand that transcends wrestling and that type of stuff, because even people who don't like or hate wrestling know who Hulk Hogan is. Yes. And so it's a brand. And I've kind of studied a little bit of how he did that, because he wasn't the most skilled wrestler. He gets a lot of criticism for his skill level and his agility, and he really didn't do anything special from a sport or athletic standpoint. It was everything else that he did from a business standpoint: marketing, branding. He knew what America wanted at that point. And when you think about it, we're at the end of the Cold War, towards the end of the Cold War. So, and there's this American hero that comes with blonde hair and big muscles, and he represented kind of like that stereotypical American hero during that era. And you'll know that if you know anything about him. When that era ended during the 90s, when the Cold War was over, he had to completely change his image as well, because people didn't like the American hero thing anymore, because it wasn't as important at that point. And then eventually it came back after 9/11. So it's very interesting. You got to know who it is that actually is responsible for your wealth and your notoriety.
And your audience, right? So it's your audience.
We are getting to the end. We have one last question for you, Ferny, and that question is always about your vision, your future. So where do you see yourself? Like, how is Ferny Ceballos' life looking like in the next 5 years? What is the evolution of Ferny in the next 5 years?
Well, I'm very blessed because recently my company with No Excuses merged with Elite Marketing Pro, and now I'm business partners with my original mentor, Tim Irway. And so, you know, when I told you I purchased the book Magnetic Sponsoring, and that's what got me started on this. Well, the system that was Magnetic Sponsoring, the whole system, the community that was a part of that, eventually rebranded as Elite Marketing Pro, and Tim Irway became the full owner of that business. And what's crazy is now I'm a co-owner of that company that gave me that start in the internet world. And so now I'm partnered with Elite Marketing Pro. I'm an actual owner, and I brought No Excuses back in there. And now this next phase of my business is now working with an incredible team. You know, now we have copywriters and people that are talented in different areas of marketing. And now I'm the director. Now I'm like the executive on top, kind of, you know, directing people as opposed to doing everything myself. And that's really cool. But what it does is it allows me to impact a lot more people. And so we've seen that in just a few months that I've been a part of this community. We've impacted so many lives. We've created so many part-time, full-time incomes in brand new people. And that's what excites me more. So the future is with Elite Marketing Pro. The future of No Excuses is with Elite Marketing Pro. And so, you know, if people want to know more about what we're doing at Elite Marketing Pro to help entrepreneurs, network marketers, internet marketers, whatever, you know, make their first dollar or make their first 1,000 or make their first 6 figures with the support of the internet, you can just count on Elite Marketing Pro to be there, and I'll be there. That's where I see myself for the next 5 to 10 years, growing that company and impacting more people.
Fantastic. Wow. We look so much forward to learning more from you, and of course seeing you and, you know, interacting with you and being able to be a part of your community. And, you know, today we're just really grateful for your time and for your knowledge, for your inspiration. And thank you for all the years that, you know, we were following you silently, and definitely learned a lot.
And we can see that you are very much a Mexican at heart. I can see your T-shirt that you have on
we love your country. We totally love your country.
So is there anything you want to do and you want to say to your is there anything you want to say in Spanish quickly for all the, you know, the Latin speakers that we have?
Following in Latin America, and most of them always ask us, you know, is there any information in Spanish at all?
So, Ferny, ¿qué quieres decirles a nuestros oyentes que están escuchando ahora que hablan español?
Pues yo estoy más a gusto hablando en inglés acá antes de mercadotecnia y negocio, pero lo que puedo decir es hace unos años hicimos un experimento que No Excuses fue transmitido en español, traducido hace 2, 3 años, y lo que pasó es no tuvimos suficiente compradores de esa transmisión para continuar a hacer eso, pero necesitamos un líder que puede tomar la responsabilidad de atraer más gente en Latinoamérica, en network marketing, en internet marketing, porque queremos transmitir No Excuses Summit, queremos transmitir todo lo que estamos haciendo en Elite Marketing Pro en español otra vez más, pero aunque no tenemos profits, aunque no hagamos dinero, a lo menos que queremos hacer, pero necesitamos liderazgo en Latinoamérica. Y si eso pasa, podemos transmitir todo lo que estamos haciendo en inglés a España, a Centroamérica, a México, a Sudamérica. Eso really, lo que quiero decir es eso. Si hay un líder oyendo esto y me quieren contactar y hablar y empezar esta conversación para ver cómo podemos transmitir a lo menos No Excuses en español al año que viene, pues invito a esa conversación y ojalá podemos hacerlas por muchos años más.
Perfecto, muchas gracias, Ferny. Lo que vamos a hacer entonces es poner en el link que será para tu blog, fernyceballos.com. Ellos pueden hacer clic ahí y a partir de ahí se pueden poner en contacto contigo y cualquier cosa que venga de ahí, pues perfecto. Te hemos puesto un poco, we just put you on the spot there with the Spanish.
Spanish and everything. We have a two languages going on.
But we really appreciate you, the time that you spent today with us, almost, very long time. So we'll make sure that people, I'm sure that people got a lot of benefit from it. We always like, when people like yourself, make yourself available to people like us. We just kind of, in our pajamas and here at home and just trying to give value to the community at the end of the day. So we are really humble and privileged to have you here.
Thank you so much, Ferny. Anything else you want to say goodbye to everyone?
I just want to thank you guys and your leadership. It takes a lot of courage in the network marketing space to want to create your own brand and help people beyond your organization, beyond just your company. And that's awesome. And you're gonna, you're going on this journey and trying to help as many people as possible in a lot of different companies. And I know it's not easy because I've done it for years, and you'll get a lot of criticism and you'll get a lot of support. And I'm here to tell you that you have my full support. And I think it's awesome. And I think people should learn from you and follow you because really there needs to be more network marketing leaders that are willing to go outside of their company and be okay and take the risk of impacting other lives. So thank you guys for what you're doing.
Oh, you're totally awesome. We're sending you a big hug all the way across the Pacific, and thank you again.
Adiós. Gracias, Ferny. Chao.
Adiós.